Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Tejas Avatar, aka Tia Destination, and I'm back with another Fortnite banger. So now we are in Chapter 2, Chapter 6, Season 2, Lawless. So let's just see how this gameplay is going to be. But other than that, guys, I hope everything is well for you. Right now, I have a spring break, so I can just chill and make as much gaming content as I want. And yeah, I'm just pretty much chilling outside. Today is great weather. It's sunny, no stress, nothing to worry about in life. And yeah, it's pretty good. So, guys, kind of like continuing off to the last thing that I said in my previous Fortnite video, college is just, it's actually a waste of time. Especially if you're going to, all of these big private colleges where you have to pay hundreds and thousands of dollars of tuition. And if you think about it, you can get the same education in a community college. So, going to a community college or versus going to Harvard or Yale University, which is great. It's great. It's not a bad thing. They definitely provide better education. They have better facilities, but, the amount of tuition that you have to pay just to attend the college, and you're not really learning anything that is, particularly interesting. I'm not trying to offend those that currently go to, these universities like Cornell University, Yale, Harvard, or MIT. They're definitely good universities, and they have good programs, but sometimes they don't really teach as much as you think. All colleges are relatively the same. But you go to the educational institute because it is accredited by a bigger organization. It has lots of funding, lots of marketing done through, and a lot of good students go and graduate and get jobs over 100, 200K, which is a good thing. So don't be discouraged because I tell you that colleges, that it's a scam. I mean, if you really understand college, then you would understand that it is a scam, College is nothing but a scam, but you should use your college abilities, like the skills that you have that you acquire through college. Take advantage of everything. Take advantage of the clubs, all of the organizations. Take advantage of the on-campus student employment. All of that stuff will help you. Oh, what the... Yo. Dang, man. This dude almost killed me, bro. You good? So, yeah, I mean, you should definitely take advantage of all the opportunities that you receive, especially with the amount of tuition that you are paying. But, sometimes people like us have no other choice, But we have been given opportunities to go to college, to go to these nice universities. So we should take advantage of those opportunities because our parents are kind enough to, lend us money for our tuition. And because of them, we can be great members of society. So it's all because our parents have made that sacrifice as we are the people we are today. And we have to use their sacrifice as an honor to be better members of society, to help others, I never understood what this coin thing was about, but when I played like a couple days ago, it's for those mythic guns. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna stash all this loot, man. Oh yeah, look at this gold, guys. Dang, man. Alright, so this is the spot that I usually go to get like some of the best mythics. Right here. Oh, this dude just marked me. Oh, you. I don't even want to curse. It's against everything, man. getting angry is definitely a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Take that vehicle here. I'm kind of glad that they brought back those mythics. Oh man, they reminded me of so much of season 2, man. I just wish they brought back the grappler. I mean, they got the drum gun back, but the grappler was just such good memories, man. I miss the sword just a little bit, but you know, it's not really any skill. It's kind of annoying when other people use it, but if you're good at it, that's what matters, you know? So, I mean, yeah, guys, you shouldn't be discouraged because I tell you something. I only say things based off of the experience. As I'm almost done with college, I'm a junior in college right now. So, I'm saying that many of the classes that you will take have nothing to do with your major. So, you have to build your skills on your own. You have to, you have to watch YouTube videos. You have to, you have to do things like that, And that's how most of us computer science majors, that's how we learn. We that's all we do. We just watch, videos of Code Academy and, not Khan Academy, Code Academy. Is it just me or is it, hold up guys. Is it just me or is the connection bad? I mean, obviously you wouldn't be able to tell. And of course, you guys know that I do in fact use remote play. So, oh, Falcon Eye Sniper, interesting. Oh, bro, this dude just stole the Midas drum gun from me, man. Oh man, I'm gonna get you. This dude. Alright, hold up guys. I'm just gonna quit this remote play first. I'm just gonna get to a safe spot. Alright, one sec guys. Because for some reason this remote play is it's acting up, I guess. I don't know what it is. Yeah, you see that now, right? But my Wi-Fi always acts up during these times. My bad guys. Alright, this is much better. Alright, this is much better. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, bro. Ain't no way it's acting up again now. Yo, it's like every time I screen record, something just acts up. I just have to X this part out. Yeah. Oh, bro. See, I always face these problems. It sucks. Let's see if I'm able to get a victory in this game itself. Alright? Alright, that is much better. I don't know what's wrong with my controls, man. Actually, what's wrong with my controls? I don't know. You guys see that, right? Is it just me or do you actually see that? Bro, are you serious right now? Yo, why is it acting like that? Oh my goodness, man. Alright. Alright, this is it. This is the last time this is gonna happen. It always happens when I try to screen record. I'm just gonna quit this I'm just gonna log back in. Sorry guys for the alright, here it is. Alright. So guys, I mean, speaking of another point, you know, if you really look at the creation of this universe, everything was just done so specifically, you know, in such perfection. Let's say, I mean, right now, as we know, the sun is 93 million miles away from the Earth. So let's say that, you know, the sun was at least like, you know, 90 million miles from the Earth. We might have been burned to a crisp if you think about it, you know? So everything was just done in such perfection that it does imply that there is a creator behind everything. So God gives us all of these tools, and God, as he is the intelligent designer behind this material universe that created the sun, that created the moon, that created this earth, all of the planets around us, all of the different galaxies, as he is the creator behind all of it. You see all of these scientists, you know, talking about discovery and creating things, but they're using all of the materials that God has created, and they have claimed to have created these things. And scientists are now, you know, claiming that masturbation is good for you. I know it's a really weird topic, but I kind of do need to speak of it because you see scientists now saying, you know, manual stimulation and, you know, I guess you can say like masturbation or jerking off is actually good for you because it releases endorphins in the brain and it reduces stress. But that is very contradictory to personally my beliefs and the beliefs for Vaishnavism, because the 4 regulatory beliefs that we do practice are no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, and no illicit sex. So no meat eating, of course, you know, being vegetarian, no fish, any sort of meat, or any eggs, things like that. And of course, no gambling, so no trying to get fast money, I guess you can say, just trying to take a shortcut into earning money, going into the casinos, things like that are basically forbidden. And no intoxication, so like smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, alcohol, and obviously no illicit sex. So these 4 regulatory principles are what is known as sin, and this is how we turn away from God. So God actually has a perfect plan for each and every single one of us humans, but when we do sin, we are deviating from the perfect plan that he has for us. But by following all of God's laws, by serving God, we in general become happy and we don't become miserable. So the root of all suffering is actually due to the cause of sin. And in order to not sin, in order to purify the heart and, you know, try to be good, I guess you can say, this is why we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra reduces all of the ill effects of this Kali Yuga. And by doing that, we then purify the heart. And by purifying the heart, we can get closer to God. And this is how we can eventually see God in the end. But because we are so sinful, because of what we have done in the past, our past karmas, and all of the actions that deviated us from God, this is why we are not able to see him. Because we are just such a small portion. We are nothing. We are insignificant creatures. And God is, he is one. He is the perfect being. He is extremely big and vast. So many of these people nowadays, you know, I guess you can say, unbelievers, they talk about science, Scientology, but I very much disagree, because not everything can be proved by science. Science does have its limits, but it's also about having analogies, comparing those analogies, and understanding and being open-minded, right? So I'm not saying to follow anything blindly. Like, even as I said it in my last video, you shouldn't follow anything based off of what I say because it sounds good. No, you should actually listen to what I say, do some proper research, find different organizations that talk about being aware. And many of these organizations, such as Ramakrishna Vivekananda, Chinmay Mission, which I used to go to as a kid, ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, and you see many of these organizations, they try to show you a perspective on God, on how to live a good life, how to be happy. So in case everyone is trying to be happy, right? Everyone is trying to be happy, even for those that, smoke and drink. They want some sort of pleasure in their lives, and there's nothing wrong with that pleasure. However, that pleasure is very temporary and it's very mundane in effect, because with that pleasure also comes the pain. So after, you drink a couple of shots of vodka, let's say, or beer, you feel intoxicated for maybe that first 15 minutes. I'm not sure how any of that works, but as giving an example, you feel all of this pleasure. But then the next day you feel a hangover, you start throwing up, vomiting, you can get liver cirrhosis, you can get liver disease. So all of that pleasure just to get all of that pain, you know what I'm saying? So why do that? Instead, actually, start going to temples, start going to churches, start actually involving yourself in activities that serves God, because God gave us everything. God gave us everything. God gave this, all of this nice shelter. He gave this nice comfortable bed for me to sleep on, and he's giving me food every single day. So why shouldn't I, go and serve him? Why shouldn't I thank him, right? Many selfish people say, why serve God? Why do all of these things if he's so perfect? I mean, it's just because all of these people, they think that they are the enjoyers and that God gives us, God gives us nothing. And we shouldn't be like that, because that's atheistic mentality. So by becoming more closer to God, we in turn become better people, better humans of society. We treat others with respect, and we are also happy in the end. So what do we lose, right? What exactly do we lose? We gain everything. We're closer to God. We're helping other people. We're making this world and nation a much better place. But because of human greed, it leads to all of these problems. As you see, politics, lust, anger, and greed are the main problems. Lust means I want this, I want this. And greed means I want more. So even after having what you desired, you want more of that, So even after, getting millions of dollars, people want more, I want more, so they can purchase more things that make them more satisfied. But if an individual doesn't get what they desire, which doesn't satisfy their lust or their greed, then it leads into, these problems. Oh, my bad, guys. My bad. So, yeah, if lust or greed don't satisfy the individual for their happiness, that's what happens, and it comes to anger. And people kill each other over just a few coins. People have no value. People have no value for each other. People have no value for God. And that's why that's why everything that is happening in the world right now is happening. Because people don't put God in the center of everything. All of these relationships, people having illicit sexual relationships, you see this on a daily occurrence on dating apps. You see people trying to have, fun times, drinking, smoking, and doing this before marriage and also outside of marriage. So no one's really loyal to each other. No one has self-respect. So if they have no self-respect, would you think that they would have respect for God? Of course not. And look what happens after. People, they have temporary pleasure for maybe 50 seconds, and then after that, it's done. The pleasure is done. Are they satisfied? They're not satisfied. The pleasure was just given to them, so they're constantly seeking sense gratification. And this sense gratification, it leads to a lot of trouble. So a person has illicit connections, a person has illicit sex going with different men or different women, and after that they worry about sexually transmitted infections. They worry about what their parents might think of them, and the parents will get involved. You see all of these problems that happen. You lose more family connections, and you see this happens a lot. And this is what happens when you are very lustful, when you don't have a real foundation of your culture, of what you grew up in, or have a foundation of God. Then you start going into these types of directions. And these types of directions, it's obviously not a good thing, but this is what happens. So I pray that all of you are, God-oriented people, God-serving people, want to understand what is the purpose of life. Because by being inquisitive, by asking these questions about who the Supreme Personality of Godhead is, and why should we be aware of what's happening in our world right now, this is how we become smarter individuals, just by learning all of these material things like, science and, geography, geopolitical, mathematics. It's not going to really teach us the evident truth, but the Vedanta actually teaches us the absolute truth. So would you want to know a small portion, or would you want to know everything? We all want to be be knowledgeable. My bad. We all want to be knowledgeable. We all want to be happy, and this is what all of us want. But some of us, or some of these people, just don't know how to seek that. So they just do all of these things. But then you get those people that actually understand who God is, but still continue to chase sense gratification. And that's because the mind is not controlled. And when the mind is not actually controlled, or your senses are not controlled, then you become like animals. So what makes us humans? What is the difference between humans and animals, right? Animals have 4 principles. It's just eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. That's what they are good at. So if we want to compare ourselves to animals, we can't, because animals are much better in those things. Many flies and bees can give birth to 1,000 babies, but just one human woman. One woman can only give birth to one child, and every year, as an example. So compare 1,000 to 1,000 to hundreds of thousands just to one child. So we can't really compare. We can build skyscrapers, we can build buildings, but we cannot do it as great as animals. So the purpose of us as humans is to inquire, is to question why we are here. And by questioning, we get to know and understand the truth. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to seek the truth. You have to associate with people that teach you all of these good values. You shouldn't associate with people that do all of these things like masturbation, or people that vape, smoke, things like that, because your friend circle actually makes who you are. Your associations make who you are, and I have seen it plenty in the past. I have seen it many, many, many times. Even good people that I used to know, go into bad directions because of their friend circles. So I want all of you guys to be very careful about who you're friends with. And I've went through my fair share of things in the past as well, for those that have tried to put me into very bad directions. And it happens. It happens a lot. So you have to be smart, and God gave us the common sense. He gave us the buddhi. He gave us the intellect to ask questions, to make the right choices. So it's your choice whether you want to become an animal or you want to become a human. Do you want to rise to the human platform by having that great consciousness, that intelligence? Or you can go down to animal platform and do the 4 regulatory principles that animals follow, which are mate, sleep, eat, and defend. That's all they do. So would you want to do that, or would you want to do something better? It's really up to you. Sorry guys, I'm really focused right now. I'm just gonna wait for these guys to just to fight. Boom. It's GG's, guys. That was an easy game. Hari bol. We won. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if I want to end this video right now. I'm probably gonna make more in the future anyways, but I'll definitely be uploading a couple of new videos in the future, so definitely stay tuned for that. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and if you did, consider subscribing to the channel, sharing my points of view to others, and if you have different points of views as well, that is completely fine. This is a non-judgmental free zone where everybody can talk and everybody can have different opinions and ideas, and all of us, hopefully we can come to a commonality and something that we all meet in the middle about. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope all of you have a great rest of your spring break. All right, Hare Krishna.